Guys, welcome back to the Fryday Podcast. I'm your host, Big J.
I'm RJ.
And today we've got two special guests from the Bassline scene, two pioneers, one from the old school and one from the new school. We've got Mr. L.O.C.O. MNT.
Oh, good Joe.
We've got DJ Jacks, who you from Barnsley, you said, yeah?
From Barnsley, yeah.
He's got an accent, you can tell.
Yeah,
Nice guy from up north, isn't it?
yeah, that's it from Barnsley.
Yeah.
Really?
Thanks
Different
for coming
accent.
on, man.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes,
Good, man.
Yeah, man.
Been a minute,
Appreciate
this
you,
one.
boys.
yeah, man.
So, Bassline, man, I used to love Bassline. I've always had a love for Bassline.
Yeah, man.
If you hear Bassline in Leicester in the whip, it's probably going to be me banging it out. Me or two of my mates in it, man. But yeah, we'll start from the beginning. I'm going to ask you both the same question. So, where did you grow up? How was young life, siblings, school?
Yeah, man. Leicester boy, obviously, local. From the ends, Highfields up the road.
LE2 block.
LE2, everyone knows. Yeah, man. Born and raised in Leicester. Used to go to St. Paul's School, or Spencefield Lane. Yeah, man. Got siblings. My brother, Twisted DJ. A lot of people know who he is. Big DJ from the ends as well. Got another older brother as well, and I got a sister as well. So yeah, 4 of us in total.
So that's your brothers and sisters in your generation. So does music stem back? Where did your music
Yeah, man.
come from?
My dad was a sound man, innit? My dad used to be in a sound system back in the day. So yeah, from early, bro. Like,
So the music's in your blood then.
yeah,
man.
Yeah, like my little sister, my half sister, sorry. She's a rapper, like I said. My Twister DJ, and then my half brother, my oldest brother, he's a DJ as well.
Oh, fair.
So like,
Half sister from here, Leicester as well.
no, she lives in Nottingham.
Oh yeah.
And my half brother, my older brother, I think he's in London. I ain't seen him for years, but yeah, he's a DJ as well.
All musical background then.
Yeah, man.
What about yourself, Jack?
Complete opposite, bro. It couldn't be any further apart.
Shit.
I grew up in a couple of different places, like mainly Mexborough. So I was in Mexborough school.
Yeah.
Absolutely shocking at music in school. I didn't even take it as a subject.
Oh, really?
Genuinely. No, I wasn't even interested.
What about like at home? Was there?
Nothing. So I grew up with like, my mum used to listen to like Bounce.
Okay.
Bounce like heavy like Donk. Do you know Donk?
Yeah.
It's like a bouncier version of that, really. Like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Was that an up north thing as well?
Yeah, Doncaster Warehouse.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
That was like one of the, I believe it's one of, if not the first like nightclub, whatever, open, like underground sort of venue.
Doncaster Warehouse, Doncaster Road, man.
No, because you know that some music, like, you know, for example, what comes straight to mind for me is, you know, Bad Boy Chill Crew.
Yeah, that's like Bradford sort of thing, innit?
Yeah. From up north, innit? They have their own kind of sound, you get?
They do, man. They do.
Huh?
They do have their own sound, man. That nice tune they did was a banger, though. You know that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
they can adapt it, but the original sound is that up north sound, and them, man, they have like a big following, innit?
Call it like
They
Chava
do.
sort of. That's what they call it, like Chava.
Even like
Yeah.
Donk, I think back in the day had like a big following up there, innit?
It's still going as well, strong. It's mental. But
Mad
I've
music.
got, yeah, it literally is.
Mad
it is.
music, I call it.
It is. It's crazy stuff. Some crazy characters from that sort of genre. But I'm the oldest out of 3 of us. I've got a sister, then I've got a brother.
They into music at all?
No, not really. Genuinely, like, I just started going raves and stuff when I turned 18, and then it just got drilled into me. And then I was just like, yeah,
So when you were young, what was your dream like job?
accountant.
And then it all changed when you went.
Absolutely, mate, absolutely.
Do you remember your first rave?
Yeah, we're at Tank Nightclub on my 18th birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
First legal one.
What time did you get home?
About 6 in the morning, I think.
Fuck yeah,
I
that
can't
was
remember. To be
successful,
fair,
man.
probably about 6. Yeah, it closed at about 5, and then taxi home probably about 6.
Love it.
Maybe might have gone to afters, I don't know.
Sick.
So back to you, MNT. Bassline. For me, you're most prevalent in the bassline. But how did you start spitting before, like on garage, grime, drum and bass, anything like that?
Yeah, I started off I started spitting literally when I was about 14, 15. And then that was like rapping, just with a couple man from the ends and that.
So on sets and that.
Not even sets. That was just like, it was me and my friend from school. We literally used to do like little them days it was cassette tapes, innit?
Oh yeah.
So fucking we used to do little raps on cassette tapes and shit.
We just record on the cassette tape and that's it.
Them days there we used to cover the top and that.
Yeah.
You have to tape over the tapes and shit like that.
So even, you know, when we were talking about tabs there, I used to do, there used to be a youth club called Wanza. We used to go there every Wednesday or something, and that's what they used to do a set, record it on tape, and then jump in the whip and listen to the set.
Yeah, man.
That's what you
man. Like I'm from that era.
Yeah.
Cassette tapes. So fucking started rapping, and then when like grime came out, like there's like Heartless, Page You Go.
When you say rapping, you mean like American style rapping?
What? I didn't have the accent, but
Yeah, because
like,
a lot of man didn't. Back in the day,
yeah.
UK rappers, they all put on the accent, didn't
See, there's a lot of people say grime artists, and then you got UK hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of differentiation.
You know
now.
what it is? I ain't gonna say that I was like a rapper because it was literally like I used to call it bedroom. I was like a bedroom rapper. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair,
It was just one of them. But like when grime hit, like obviously we made up a little clique and that with Mandem from the ends 187.
Yeah.
And like doing that, we got a little name, and that's when I linked up with Total, and then Total lined me up with Shady, and we joined up Midlands Mafia. I don't know if you man heard about it.
Yeah, I heard about it.
So like,
When was that? That was like late 90s, early 2000s.
Midlands Mafia started, I think it was 2002, and I joined late 2003.
That's sick.
So
And that was you lot and Brumman.
yeah, it was like me from Leicester, because obviously Midlands Mafia was Midlands man, innit? So it was like me from Leicester, me and Total from Leicester, LC as well. And then it was Shady was from Derby. And then we had RD, Ryder, Brady, Vader, Continental GT.
Yeah.
He was an MC as well. He was in the crew. Like
How did this crew even come about?
it was as far as I know, like Shady was the one
Putting it together.
who put it together. You get me? He just rounded up enough man from Midlands. Like I said, it was Brum man, Leicester man, Derby.
Back then,
man.
there's no social media like that, innit?
No, that's what I'm saying. It was literally off the roads, because obviously them man there were doing their little road thing and that. So like I think they just made the link like that. Shady used to come down here and do sets with Squeeze. So like Squeeze was a big MC from the ends from back in the day. Like Squeeze was one of my inspirations. Like,
That's sick.
because there used to be a crew called Newbury Crew. That was the first crew that Total was in. It was Total, Squeeze, and Shady. Like these man, like
Total always been a DJ, these MC.
yeah, Total was always a DJ, but even like Total's only a year older than me, but Total's been about from like I'm sure it was like 13, 14. I used to hear about Total's name.
That's crazy, man.
And like I know he was in like the jungle raves and stuff like that. I missed that era. I were out them times there. Like I came out like when Garage first started.
Yeah.
You know them ones like when the raves used to go on what's the place called now? Flipping out. Leicester Uni.
Oh, yeah.
Used to be big garage raves on down there and that. That's
What was your first rave? What was your first rave you went to? See if you
What, as
remember.
a raver or what?
The-
No, my
as
first,
a
I
raver.
don't
As a raver.
remember my first baseline rave.
Yeah, first
Oh,
rave.
my first baseline rave was Dewsbury. Like I didn't do niche. I couldn't take niche. I ain't gonna lie. Like I did not like niche at all. Like it was just to me it was just the vocals and like I've always been a bass guy. Like I love bass line.
So I'm gonna obviously that's why I asked you outside. I was gonna bring this up. So for me, bassline niche, there's loads of different. So there's vocal bassline where there's women who singing over bassline. Then there's certain bassline tunes just beats. There's no one spits on it. It's just
Yeah.
And then there's obviously ones that man spit on.
Yeah.
And then there's like the orchestra bassline. There's bare different like subgenres of bassline, isn't it?
Oh, plenty.
It was like I feel like bassline was like it was phases. Now we said earlier on it was like there was phases of bassline. Like niche was like the first phase of it. That was like I think it was like 05, 06, 07. That's when niche came out. Like I never went Sheffield. I never did none of them raves. But I heard about Dewsbury and then my brethren Jojo, he told me to come up there one time and like I just went once. And then
Changed.
yeah.
That was it.
This place was different. It was I've never been to a club to this day. I've never been to a place like this. It was just dark. It was small. Pure bad man in there, and it was like the music was just grimy. And obviously, them days there, I was doing grime in it.
Yeah.
But it was like a more up tempo grime, but with bass. And like I said, I'm a bass you. Like my dad's DJ name was Bassy. And it wasn't just because obviously he had a deep voice, but it's because he was just always every time he played music, it was just bass. So that's what I was used to. So when I first heard bass, it's sure it wasn't even called Bassline them times there. I don't even think the Dewsbury times. But when I got wind of that,
Speed Garage, Bassline.
Yeah,
Speed Garage. Oh,
it was more,
shit.
because even Speed Garage, like, you know, like
I
Todd
forgot about
Edwards.
Speed
them
Garage.
type-
Yeah, I forgot
That
about
clip's
Speed Garage.
unreal, Todd Edwards.
Like don't get me wrong, Todd Edwards was like, I've always liked Todd Edwards, but like the vocal stuff, like it just weren't for me.
Yeah,
It weren't.
It's not your cup of tea, but other man, like, there's a set, I love vocals, innit? Because there was that club, I forgot what it's called, yeah? But I'm sure that's where that you lot done that Boy Better Know versus Bassline thing or something.
Oh, raw, that would have been,
I was going to bring that up. Remember that?
well, that would have been
You know what
after
Boy Better
dark.
Know is, innit?
Yeah,
That would have
course,
been after dark days,
After
innit?
dark,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That was, it wasn't later, but that would have been like 08, 09.
That's when the man got a bit known as well, innit?
Yeah,
The
like-
scene came out as well, man.
Because obviously, like I said, Dewsbury, I must have went Dewsbury like 06, late 06. And
Yeah,
then,
before you went to Dewsbury, your first rave, were you spitting on Bassline before that? Or?
nah, but this is the thing. Like I was Midlands Mafia them times there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
man had a little name anyway. But when I went up Dewsbury, obviously it's up north, innit? Like I've gone up there, I didn't realise man knew who I was.
Oh, yeah.
You get me? So like I've gone up there and like obviously Dewsbury was the first rave, then it was to be like raves in Leeds, like warehouse and stuff like that. So when Bassline's coming on and letting certain man MC, I'm going up there spitting my grind bars and I'm getting love, you get me? So I'm thinking, you know what?
Tempo's like the same kind of thing, innit? That's
It is very similar when you look at the sort of like tempo and the beats and everything. Like it is like
It wasn't that much different at all. Like
the
I said,
genres are like cousins, basically. Do you know what I mean? If you look at it like
It
that.
was just like I said. It was to me. It was just more a dirtier up tempo grime. That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's the way I used to describe it. Like it was my lane.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It was my. Don't get me wrong. Everyone used to say like grime was me.
Yeah,
But Bassline.
You felt comfy in it when
Yeah, exactly that. Like
You felt home with it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah,
like,
I get that.
Bassline's one of the few music that I could have. Like I could be in a rave, and it's gonna sound mad, but I'd be in a rave, yeah, and see when certain tunes come on. Like I got my eyes closed, bro.
yeah.
Zoned out, bro. You know them ones. It's in my own world. Like certain tunes used to have me like that.
That's what it does to you, though.
Yeah.
Even like, you know, obviously, even people older than me, when niche was happening, people used to tell me stories that it was drug infested in there, yeah, but there weren't many fights. There was an odd few,
Bro,
yeah, but everyone
listen.
was-
Listen, obviously, I'm not gonna say too much. Obviously, man who know about me know innit? Like know where loco came from, innit? Like man used to, you know what I want. But seriously, like Bones used to have a lyric saying "No beef, just vibes," and it was just that. And don't get me wrong, like I said to you, there was man about real
Serious man.
real serious man. Like used to go after parties and man are putting straps on the side like it's your phone.
That's where
No,
they,
them ones.
that's where they
Normalised.
used to go out to play in it, Bassline.
Yeah, bro. Like,
You might done a set a couple of years ago, on that, innit? There was some Bassline All Star set or something like that.
yeah, we've done. There's been a few over the years. I haven't been in all of them, but I think I was in the last one. The Bassline All Star one. That was lockdown, so I think that would have
I
been.
went to
like,
that one as a raver, you know.
Yeah.
Genuinely, yeah.
Sick.
Genuinely.
man. I think that was like 2022, 2021 or something like
That's
that.
mad.
So, Jack, you know, where did you look from Bassline start then? You said about your influence, like your mum used to dunk and that.
I think, do you know, when I was at school and stuff, everyone like started listening to Bassline and stuff, and then a couple of people like used to go tank at like young ages and stuff, and then obviously that's when it influenced me a little bit, and then I started listening to it after school and stuff like that, and then eventually I got into when I was old enough, I started to go into raves and stuff, and then literally when I was working, even when I was like 17 and stuff, when I was working, I used to walk from the train station to work. And all I used to listen to literally just Bassline playlist on repeat.
Oh, sick.
And in my head, all I kept thinking to myself is, how sick would that be just to play it live, like
You
in
know,
front
with
of a
all the
crowd?
like all the software and everything, did you teach yourself how to use it all?
So at first, DJing, yeah, we were all self-taught from the very start. When I was I think I picked it up when I was like 19 or something. I had this like small controller thing. I can't Tractor it was called. It's a Tractor controller. And I just literally taught myself from there. I was like just downloading Bassline constantly, just every single day, mate, just constantly on it, and then just like releasing some horrible mixes, listening back to it.
On SoundCloud.
Yeah. But like you listen back to it.
Something in it, man. At least you're trying in it, man. Cause
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you
pick it
see
up.
the progress, innit?
You do.
That's the best thing, innit? So when you
Exactly.
first upload it, you fast upload to your newest upload.
Exactly.
You
Big
see all that progress. That's a big
It's nice,
difference,
it's nice, you
bro.
know.
You gotta
And to
start from
see that,
somewhere,
you
bro.
got to see that, man.
Then our production, I started producing about 4 years ago. No, sorry, 3 years ago, and I started taking lessons off one of my boys, Vens.
Oh yeah.
And he would like doing like private tutoring. I think I did like a year.
What made you do this? What do you think? What made you think? Oh shit! You know what? I want to go into DJing and producing now.
Yeah.
Just like
Like you said, you didn't really grow up on a musical background, nothing like that.
just the thought. I think it's just the thought of like, so I was going to raves and I was seeing like the reaction from crowds, and I was getting gassed obviously, and I was thinking, how sick would it be to be on the other side of it? And then the production side of things. So obviously it's all good being a DJ and stuff, but all you're doing then is just playing other people's tracks. And then it was like, how sick would it be if you were playing in front of a crowd? You've spent all these hours at the studio.
It's another whole skill in it that
yeah. It's different. It's DJing's quite easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy now. Do you know, technology nowadays, mate, it's easy. You can like a lot of people use
everything, innit?
Bro, people don't even beat match. They just press sync. And then that's it.
It's probably AI as well.
Yeah, AI DJ. Download the DJ for $59.99 a year.
It's different. Like people, I've seen an AI thing where like people make a full track for you. Genuinely, it's mental. It's mental.
AI is crazy though. AI is crazy.
It's mental, mate.
You seen that iOS?
Never be authentic.
The new iOS has got ChatGPT integrated in Siri now. You know that? Yeah. So if you take a photo of somebody and you want to erase the man in the background, you can do it on your iPhone now.
But I'm sure Samsung had that.
Yeah, Samsung had it ages ago, but it's an AI thing in it. But Apple are always late with it, man. You know this.
Yeah, they are.
So back to the music. So you got taught, or was it by a mate? Production.
Yeah. I was linking Vens. Basically, just met him through. I think I was going to like a couple of his raves and stuff, and then I bumped into him. And one of my other mates, Simo. That's how I started. I was like chilling with like Simo, like one of my mates.
Yeah.
And me and him started like mixing and stuff. I linked up with Vens, and I was like, yo, because he's a very, very good producer. And I was like, how much for production lessons? He told me, and I was there every Friday for about a year. And then that's when I then went into my own lane. And if I'm honest with you, I picked up more just when I was just doing it myself. Because I feel like that's how I sort of pick things up.
Yeah, some people learn differently, innit?
Yeah, 100%.
And then, so this is your full-time thing now?
No, so I work part-time, and then I've got a music studio as well, which I like use. Me and my brother own it.
Oh, you not own it, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
we don't own the actual venue. We own
but like
as a business. Yeah. So we rent, we cover the rent and stuff like that, and then we rent it out.
Is it your equipment and that?
Yeah. Everything's our equipment.
Okay. And where's that based in Barnsley?
Fernsker in Barnsley. It's like between like Rotherham and Barnsley.
And if they want to find you,
Bassboat Studios. So it's literally on Instagram at Bassboat Studios, and Facebook. Just search Bassboat Studios straight on there. Google Maps, Apple Maps, everything.
Sick.
Events-wise, are you not doing events as well?
Yeah. We've got a little something coming up, haven't we? Yeah. 10th of August. We're doing like a day party thing. We usually do about 3 or 4 raves a year.
Yeah.
But this one's like going to be the biggest one.
So my next question is: is it a Bassline rave first?
Yeah.
And does it still sell out?
Yeah, it does well. It'll do well now. Like do you know what? Do you know when I first started and stuff?
Yeah.
Not great, but I think that's always going to be the case. Like I see too many events like don't sell out on the first 1 or 2 events and just quit.
Yeah.
Like you can't be doing that. You
got consistency is the key in it. You got
even if it doesn't work, you have to keep trying.
You have to keep trying.
Building your brand, and not just that, building your audience as well.
Yeah.
Like the way I do it is I want it to be authentic. Like I could happily pump loads of money into it and just like have that element of risk. But what I want to do is I want to build it slowly build it like a cult following. That's what you call it, like like people what are there for the brand rather than just the music.
100%, man.
All right. So another thing I want to talk about, I think personally, Bassline is one of them genres. Yeah, people at your age, for example, you guys like late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
People have had kids. Yeah. Imagine when they used to listen to Bassline when they were obviously youths. Now they're going to raise with their parents. That's how far Bassline has come back around.
Yeah,
crazy. And you get some angry drivers off that shit. I tell you that now, bro. Honestly, man. Yo, if anytime Bassline comes on in the car, it's like, that's it. Car turn to Fast and the Furious and shit, man.
No, what you definitely said is 100% facts. Like, I've had people come up to me and say like, yo, obviously interested in raves and that. So like, my mum used to play your songs and that back in the day. And
that's mad.
You know when I used to listen to Bassline,
yeah.
There's no other genre. There's nothing else getting played out. All it's just Bassline. At yard, Bassline. My little brother listened to Bassline. My other little brother listened to Bassline. My fucking mum.
You know what it was though? See them times there, like 10, 15 years ago, like it was different.
Yeah.
Like I'd say from
Because man are pumping out sets every month.
From Leicester upwards, literally from Leicester upwards to Manny, like it was Bassline. Forget all the other genres and that. Everyone listened to Bassline. Every man, woman, or child. Like Bassline was life. Literally,
it was active.
it
man.
was, and like even as artists and DJs and that, it was
Getting bookings and that.
every weekend without fail. We're outside, up north. But even Leicester, like you're local, you man are local. You know how lit Leicester used to be.
Some of the
back in the day,
baseline
like,
parties are crazy.
Yo,
I've been
like,
to,
we've had
man.
some legendary raves in Leicester back over the years and that, like legendary.
Even that Boy Better Know one was legendary.
Yeah, that one was a big. I'm sure I even got a clip of that rave on my Insta.
Yeah, I've seen a clip of it somewhere.
Yeah, so like that was a very big rave, man.
The one other one that I went to, because I like vocally, there was like Queen of Bassline or something.
That was them Lose Control raves. Like shout out P, obviously Leicester promoter and that. One of the older man, them like he used to put on the Bassline raves down here and that. And again, Lose Control was a legendary Bassline rave.
Because all the female vocalists, they all come down and they all spit into their tunes and that, innit?
Yeah,
That's
that was at Eden. I remember that night. That was a big
Eden,
night.
that's it.
Club Eden. Fucking hell.
You remember
Yeah,
a lot,
bro.
bro.
Listen, like,
That's
you don't
sick that
understand.
you
Like,
remember that shit, you
them
know.
times there, like
I can't remember anything from
Don't
that.
get me
I'm trying
wrong.
to
And he
think.
looks the same as well. That's the worst thing. MNT's the same.
No, man, it was mad. Like them times there, like Eden, After Dark, them two clubs in particular, like we've had some legendary, big. Like, can you remember the New Year's rave when it was two clubs? When it was Zanzibar
Zanzi
and
Liquid.
Liquid.
Oh yeah.
Yo, you see that one
Yo,
there, bro?
remember
That's
that.
what I'm saying, man. It had
That
it
one
had a few
there, bro.
years. It had a few years.
Even when
man.
Page You Go, the roof was on fire at Zanzi. Do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
The roof came on fire at Zanzibar. Yeah.
Forgot about that, you
Yeah, fucking hell, man.
My best
Shit's coming
memory,
back now.
Allegedly,
Go on.
it was so it was New Year's. Yeah, you know Club Demand, Coventry.
Oh yeah, As It Is TV.
Bro,
Yeah.
so we've
As It Is
gone there.
TV.
What?
We've gone there. Yeah. I've got my whip in it. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Is that one there?
There was someone in my boot as well. I had 6 months. So it's hit 12 o'clock Leicester. We've gone.
See, allegedly had someone in your boot.
Yeah, so we had 6 months in it. 6 man in the whip, 1 man had to go in the boot, innit?
Is that
Allegedly.
fucking stink?
Fucking yeah, we drove down there and fucking we're doing our thing. About 3 o'clock, we've just got in.
Is that
Bought
one?
1-2 drinks and that, yeah, and then it got let off, man.
I saw someone. Is that the one where someone died outside the club?
I don't know.
There was this
Got
couple-
let off and we got off.
There was a couple of times. There was one I remember where someone got shot outside the club, I think, and died. And there was one where shots got let off inside the club.
yeah. I was at the one there where it was inside. I'm sure it was inside, man. And
Even the man had some big raves back in the day as well. Like
That's
I said,
fucking
don't get me
crazy.
wrong. Like there
Coventry's
was,
small, man. As soon as
Yeah.
you get into Coventry, it's just there.
Coventry, a tiny little place, man.
And for me, yeah, obviously that thing happened. Then it was hot. I got 6 months in it. I tell one of my mates, "You walk down the road somewhere, and we'll pick you up and put him back in the boot,
Wait,
bro."
Imagine being that one person.
Wait, did you allegedly pick him up or did you leave?
He was the smallest guy in it, man. He knows who he is, man. But, yeah.
Oh wait, I think I know who it is.
What's your best memory of a rave? One that you raved at, and then one that you performed at,
Yeah,
or not even a rave, just an event.
yeah.
there's too many. Like that same New Year's one when it was two clubs. That night it was. I remember we was MCing in Liquid, and then we finished our set in Liquid. And I remember the man them saying, "Yo, sod this," because Zanzibar was the one. Zanzibar was rocking.
Yeah.
My man them saying, "Yo, sod this." We're rushing the stage, and we're doing Zanzibar. So everyone who was MCing in Liquid went to Zanzibar, and we took over the stage. And when I mean, man mobbed it, and it was just
Who else
different.
was? You remember?
I remember Sick Maid was there. I remember Triller was there.
yeah.
I remember SG slipped on. There was North man. Like
Leicester was the place to be that year, then, innit, man?
Do you know what? One club I do miss, Lounge One, man.
What was that?
Lounge One was different though. Lounge One wasn't baseline though. Lounge One
No, I
was more
do
like
miss Lounge One.
that was more like hip hop and R&B and that was like student nights and stuff like that.
You know where up is, near the prison, man.
That was Welford Road.
Yeah, Welford Road, right in the prison. It used to be right there.
That was more like student nights.
They
and stuff.
demolished it now. The whole building's gone.
Puna, no.
Yeah, Puna.
Sweatbox, boy.
The downstairs was sick though.
Sweatbox,
I used to
boy.
love Puna now, man.
That was a sweaty
no, no.
place,
What
bro.
else, man?
They're
There
best
was a
ones,
few
though.
places.
Yeah, there was some sick
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
And we used to go Bar Risa, then Mars Bar, then head
Yo,
off.
them
wherever.
days there, go out with a tenner and come home.
Yeah,
£1 drinks, brandy and cokes, and £1 vodka and lemonade.
the good days.
In the wrong area,
Do you
mate.
hear about any stories from back in the day?
Yeah.
I'm sure I've told you some of them.
Yeah, I've heard a
You
couple.
got all these old school guys, isn't it?
Nah, well, like, I wouldn't say I've played at a couple of events with a couple of obviously old school guys.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I don't like chill with them or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit different. It's more like business sort of thing. But then obviously I speak to them quite often. So I've heard a couple of stories. It's very different nowadays.
It's different eras.
Yeah.
I say it all the time. Like obviously, being an artist from them times to now, like the crowd back in the day was dark.
Yeah.
Like, it was dark. Like,
Okay, what's your worst memory of a rave?
Good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, because obviously you got your best memory. What's your worst memory of a rave?
Why do you think of that? Yeah, I also heard it. There was, I think it might be Dewsbury or somewhere. There was a warehouse, and I think one of JTJ's the last tune that got played, and then it got burnt down.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even know
I heard
about
the
that
story
one.
allegedly back in the day, but I can't verify that.
Well, there's been, I don't know, again, I can't say the worst. There's been some sticky situations, so 100%. Like I said, it was dangerous.
What are some funny situations? Any funny
After parties.
after parties? Yeah.
After parties.
What he was chatting about before, that was a funny situation.
After parties.
Bro, I want to be there.
After parties, like I've had so like after parties were different. Like when I mean different, the funniest memory, I'm not gonna say no names, but my lot know the story in it. But one of the funniest memories I've got is obviously man was twisted in it. Everyone's just cloud nine and that. And like my brethren's like sleeping on the chair. Yeah.
You already know where this is going. Your brother's sleeping on the chair.
Brethren's sleeping on the chair, yeah. And allegedly.
Probably one of the most popular words.
That's
Allegedly, yeah. I remember getting the Lynx can out, spraying him up with the Lynx can. Obviously.
Lighter.
Yo, but you don't understand, yeah? This thing was lit for about 10, 15 seconds, yeah? Obviously, he's woke up like, yo.
Man's on fire.
Casual as
He
anything.
literally just patted himself, just rolled back over, and went back to sleep. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Because I swear to God, he was gone. He was that gone. But that's just minuscule to other stuff.
That's
like
that is-
man in the bath. Man, like was wasted in the bath, just, like not in the bath, literally like clothes off or whatsoever, like just in a bath, just twisted, just chatting the most rubbish. Just,
You know what I want to mention? Yeah, you know, Bassline. I think it's one of them. It was one of them genres. Yeah, everyone had after parties. It was just a thing having after parties.
like, I swear to God, more
The
time.
music
sometimes.
sounds like an after party.
Yeah,
That's why-
More time, man, we're looking forward to the afters more than the rave. Like, I ain't gonna lie. And them days there, yeah, it used to be peak because obviously I'm from down here, innit? So I'm leaving the ends Friday night. Sometimes I'm not seeing my yard
morning,
till
bro.
Tuesday, Monday,
hell.
Tuesday.
Crazy.
Like, especially with the man
mad.
them that I used to roll with, like, yeah, I'm gonna bet you what Jojo. Like, man them know. Like, it got to a point where man were like, yo, I'm not going with Judge, you know, or if we're going with Judge, we're going in the next whip car. When I wanna go home,
I can get my way back.
yeah, me car. Like, man, yes, them times there, man didn't wanna go home.
Yeah,
Don't get me
yeah,
wrong, we did not wanna go home. But obviously these times, like, man had a job and that.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. So man had to come back home. But said time, if we could,
You wanted it. If you
yeah,
could,
like,
yeah.
the
Just
party
times.
would not stop, bro. Like it literally would be days and days. Like even like doing my bookings, I'm not coming home with my booking money. I spunk my booking money on liquor, not even hotels
That's
and that.
it, done.
I just spunked it on alcohol and that. Literally.
But they were good memories. Yeah, you wouldn't change.
Listen,
it.
I would not change even the good, the bad, and the ugly. I would not change a single thing. Like Bassline was the best times of my life from 07 to 010. Yeah, them 3 years was like
You know
a
what it
blur, boy. It was literally
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was different.
So basically, for me, yeah, like you said, 07 to 010, 07's when it was getting there, yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't know when T2 came out, but when that tune came out, Heartbroken, yeah, we heard that tune maybe a year ago or two. Whenever T2 made it, that's when we heard it on the set. You get me? Remember
Oh,
them?
yeah.
Education, man.
Yeah,
DJs
yeah.
used to do education.
Oh shit, is that old? Yeah.
Yeah.
Heartbroken
it's
would be
old.
08,
It's old.
09.
Yeah, it was old, and then it dropped onto the mainstream, and that's when H2O started coming out.
Oh,
New mainstream,
damn.
yeah. But what I was gonna say as well is, this time round, obviously, baseline they weren't UK rap, or they weren't really that big of a scene.
They weren't really anyone.
Now, because we've got drill, because we've got UK rap, UK hip hop, even if it comes out, I don't think it's going to get as much of the pie. When it was there before, it was just prevalent. It was everywhere.
Yeah, because you never really had access to US hip hop and stuff as well at the same time. So now you got access to everything. Do you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's difficult.
And even baseline, it was like, it's dance music, isn't it? At the end
Yeah,
of the day,
yeah,
it's dance music, yeah. But obviously, man are spitting bars over it, so it's
like baseline it did initially start off as vocals, innit? Like I said, the Todd Edwards and all them type of things there, and like when the MCs jumped on it, we did make it get dark, 100%. 100% we made it get dark. But said time we got to a point where like they needed us, like they needed the MCs.
Yeah.
We brought the
needed
hype.
that.
Yeah,
That was like a subgenre that we needed.
Between those 3 years, you couldn't escape baseline. Yeah, it's
Like I said, from Midlands
could not
upwards,
escape
like,
baseline.
Baseline was
everywhere.
the number one genre, not hip hop, not R&B, not garage. It was baseline. The London man are coming up and they're tapping into.
Man. There was Northern Line Records.
Northern Line.
Yeah, Northern like Paleface and that. Shout out Paleface, like he caught on it.
And then
from
you even
early.
had the R&B man's trying to jump on the baseline remixes.
Yeah,
like,
even all
the
that.
older tunes they were bringing out, they were re-releasing again, saying, remix, baseline remix. You know what I
London
mean?
man were putting out tunes and then they were getting baseline man to do like a baseline version. Stuff like that. You get me? Like shout out Flirty D. Flirty D jumped on baseline from early.
Yeah.
Like he used to rock with the BLDR man and that, like from early. Couple man like Gets, he jumped on it kind of from early.
Gets and baseline.
Like couple man knew about baseline from
It's them man who used to go to the raves, isn't it? You know, like certain man used to go to the raves and certain man jumped on it. But yeah, it was Midlands and up in it, yeah.
Do you know what if one like big artist right now that's popping mainstream, come out with a baseline beat, you watch how it reunites baseline.
You know what?
It's
If
you. RD or someone, one of them guys, they jumped on the baseline thing, innit?
That was, I think it was drum and bass. That, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, that was
baseline,
drum and bass. That, yeah. I'd say what it's going to take is, like you said, a big artist to come and do something with it. Because at the minute, I feel like it's oversaturated, but it's not oversaturated with originality.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no
100%.
like, for example, like when I put out something with UKMT, that were original, and people love that because it wasn't like your standard bootlegs. Like
people love originality.
That's
it.
it. Like your bootlegs and your remixes and all that only take you so far.
Because everyone's so much you can do with it, innit?
Exactly. You can't do much with it.
Whereas
How does your creative process work then?
mine, sometimes it depends really. Like sometimes I'll literally sit down and I'll just go from the start of a track, no thought into it. I'll just put some drums down, start making some chords, and then by the chords I might think, right, this vocal's going to go with it, or maybe I could work my breakdown with it, or just anything really. It'll just go step by step. Sometimes it'll be the opposite. Like I might be in my car just listening to the radio or something. A tune comes on, I'm like, right, maybe that could work with bassline. Half of the time I put a vocal on it, what's supposed to be like a bootleg, scrap the vocal off and just do my own thing with it. And I use that as like a guideline sometimes, like a vocal, to sort of work my chords around. There's not really a set sort of point. Like how mine and yours worked, well, I made a tune. He came down to the studio to record. You were active that day as well, you know.
Yeah, we did.
Wow.
We did quite
4 or 5 tunes or something like that. But
Shit,
literally, he came down. I played him just one of my beats, and he was like, "Yeah, I need to jump on that." Recorded the vocals the same day, and it just went from them. But just going back to your question, there's not really a set creative workflow with me. I'm like sporadic, and I think ever since I've started going to the studio every single day now, just been active every single day. I'll be down at studio, like I'd say 5 times a week, depending on what I'm doing, and that's like sometimes 6 hours a day now what I'm spending.
Do you have bookings as well right now?
Yeah, I'd say so. I played in Prague on 28th of June, so this month. That'll be sick, to be fair.
That'll be sick.
Yeah, Cross Club as well. Mega venue.
No, but I meant at the studio. Do you get
The studio. Yeah.
While you're there, other man come in and do their shit.
Yeah, it's quite cushy, to be fair. Like, people will go and obviously rent out the DJ room, and I'll just be sat in my production room just making beats, keeping an eye on CCTV, making sure obviously they're sweet.
Yeah.
And then just literally, it's like I'm chilling. It's like I'm working, but I'm literally just making beats.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So do you want to tell them about your studio, how it How big is it?
So at the minute we've got one room functioning. it's a big.
Oh, is that what we're doing? But the wife for that real quick.
It's big to be fair, but at the minute one room functioning. We're building a production room,
Yep.
so that'll be nice. That'll be like.
Is that
full.
the one you were telling me about? Like,
Yeah. That'll be nice. That. But we're just building that at the minute. Vocal booth's going to be in the production room as well at the back in like a separate room.
Sick.
So we're setting all that up, and then there's going to be like a luxury DJ room. It's going to have like 4 CDJ 3000s, and it's going to be like a mainstream thing where we expect artists to like they'll be travelling for this. That's the standards we're setting for this room. Like artists will travel all the way from anywhere just to be at this room because it's going to be a proper camera setup, and people will be able to either live stream from it on a proper like setup where it's professional. And not just that, might even have like a boiler room set up as well, because that seems to be popping at the minute.
Yeah, so they can do a live stream, do a little set, put it on YouTube and stuff like that.
I've
That's
covered
sick.
mine in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, we done one. Was it
Do a
Christmas?
little cypher.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah,
That was
Christmas
similar.
one, the marathon was it?
Yeah.
Marathon thing,
That was nice.
sick.
That.
How did you start networking with? How did you meet?
Yeah, how did you guys meet?
Oh, right.
What was the first time?
I know. So it was Ron sort of put us together.
Yeah.
So big up Ron's on that. And then literally I linked you. I was like, right, I want a dub plate.
Yeah.
Do you remember this one?
Yeah.
And then he sent me the vocals over, and then I made like compilation, like different
mashup.
old school, like a mashup. Yeah. And then I sent it him, and you were like, wow.
Was it Bassline mashup?
Yeah. It's mental. Like, do you know when I play that at a rave?
Is it on YouTube?
It's different. Nah, that's a dub plate. That's a dub plate.
that-
If you want to hear it, you've got to hear it live. You've got to hear it on live. Yeah. So I sent that to him, and then I started producing a little bit more, and then I think that's when
You just kept the link, innit?
I kept you. I think I got you on. Oh, can you remember this one? Basement. You came down with SG at Huddersfield.
Whoa.
Huddersfield.
See,
Man.
basement, yeah. That rave, what was it? What was it?
Be careful.
Live stream?
Lockdown.
Yeah, it was a lockdown one. Yeah, it was a lockdown one. But you see, basement in Huddersfield, yeah, I performed in many places, yeah. But you see, the sound system in that fucking place, bro.
Super.
Yo,
Best one I've ever.
And that was in lockdown.
yeah, bro.
It was
like-
a sit down live stream.
It was
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
a sit-down live stream.
genuinely.
People are sitting in designated areas. No one was sitting together. Everyone was spaced out. With proper
Yo,
like lockdown type vibes and that.
There was a
No
few
way.
lockdown as well, 'cause I'm
But yo, like I'll never forget the sound system in that place. It was absolutely filthy, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like I
Best one
said,
I've
I'm a
ever heard.
bass you, and it was just weight. That's all I could hear was just weight, bro. It
Bro,
was
do
just
you know what
so
I just
good.
remembered, bro? Bro, in lockdown, yeah, I started doing the thing as well. I used to do a set like every week.
No
I used to
way.
do a thing
Yeah,
online.
bro.
Yeah, I swear to God.
I didn't know.
I
Like,
bought one of them cheap mixes, you know, for one that you plug into your laptop.
Yeah.
One of them. I was doing it, bro.
bro, I did a few. Obviously, we did that basement one. I did one with Birdman, my brother as well.
I watched that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Lockdown had man do crazy things though.
No, but there is a couple, for Bassline, there's a sick couple ones that came out in lockdown. There's
TRC and them lot had their.
That was unbelievable.
That one's legendary.
EJ had his. Like everyone fully just thought, you know what, fuck this. Like we need to get active. Like I said, like I stopped doing bassline for like 10 years. Like I literally stopped.
Yeah,
Completely stopped.
Why did you stop?
Honestly, life, like I was going through some shit in it. Like
Right.
I literally like.
Did you stop music altogether? Or did
Yeah. If I keep it 100 and that, like I was going through. When I say I was going through shit, like it was literally like mental health type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It was
Yeah,
like
no.
severe anxiety, severe depression. Like I weren't turning up for bookings.
You weren't
Like,
feeling yourself,
I was
yeah.
serial for it. Like literally got to the point where man was saying like, "Yo, there's no point in booking him because he's not
Not
gonna
gonna
turn
come.
up."
On
Like,
that note,
literally.
man, your men's mental health matters, man. Men's mental health week this week,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. So like, I'm kind of glad it came up still. Like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Big thing.
like them times there, it was peak. Like I just didn't feel comfortable at all doing music, performing or whatever. So literally, I just sat down from like things like 2011, beginning of 2011. Yeah, I just stopped completely, and then it weren't until lockdown I came out of a long-term relationship, and then literally. I thought,
for
you know
music,
what?
come back.
I just thought, you know what? Let me just set up a little home studio. But it wasn't even a home studio. All I did, I found the app on my phone.
Yeah, that's all you need.
No. Oh,
yeah,
what?
I found the app on my phone. Yeah, flipping. I had these bars. I sent Large Up Palisade and K-Dot. Yeah, I did flipping. I tapped him in K-Dot. I said, yo, I want to do a tune and that. I said, yeah, man, cool. Palisade lined up the beat and that. So I recorded my vocals on my phone.
Which K dot hi, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So literally, I recorded my vocals on my phone. I sent it. These man don't even know this. So this is the first time I'm gonna hear. Yeah. And then More Than Peak.
Yeah. Big tune.
Like I did my vocals on my phone. I sent it to
That's
them.
mad,
Man.
that.
Them man cleaned it up, and then I released that, and that was a trial. I thought, you know what? Let me just see what I got on. You get me? But it went off. So off the back of that, I thought, you know what? Fuck this. And like Jacks will tell you, and I had a run for about 18 months where
Ridiculous.
I just went mad. Like I was releasing every month, and everyone was just slapping. I thought, you know what?
You're on a run.
I'm back. Soon as lockdown's off, I'm outside again. And then literally it's been that ever since. Like I was just been on it.
That's sick though. You came out of lockdown with a positive mindset though.
Yeah, man. Because
That's
like I said,
big.
I started
There's a
off lockdown like the lowest I've ever been in my life. I ain't been in front. Like I was living by myself. I was out of town. I was living by myself. I didn't have my kids around me. I didn't have none of my family around me. So like I was going through it.
Yeah,
you know, them ones.
man.
And like music literally saved me. Like it literally brought me back. So yeah, man, I managed to flip it.
Yeah, music,
100%.
man.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what I'd do without music, man.
So, you said you're doing that. Where are you going to do your thing?
Which one? What, sorry?
You going
Oh,
abroad?
Prague. Yeah,
Oh,
Prague.
Is that
Yeah.
a baseline, a whole baseline?
Bassline and then drum and bass. Drum and bass is like up there at the minute. You know what I mean? Like it's just different.
Yeah, drum
TikTok
and
just
bass is
elevated
taking
it.
it off, yeah.
So you tapped into drum and bass as well? You do drum
No. Literally, it's a bassline booking. This.
Oh,
It's a
okay,
bit mad.
yeah.
It's a bit mad. I played Germany last year. Do you know Oktoberfest?
Yeah.
And like, but the crowd wasn't like bassline orientated. Do you know what I mean?
Still getting bookings.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was a different vibe. Yeah, very, very different. Like, you know, like the raves in the UK, it was like nothing like that. And like you could tell people just there, like for the booze and stuff. They weren't there for the music. As much as the booking were nice and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It was like it wasn't the vibe that I'd want. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're playing your tunes and that, as much as it's a booking, I still like to feel the crowd. Do you know what I mean? I read off the crowd sort of thing. I was just going to go back to, do you know, like mental health and stuff as well. Mental health in music is not spoke about enough.
Oh yeah, 100%, man.
The sort of mental strain that music has on people, as much as we love it and stuff, there is that element of mental strain, especially as like a producer, as an artist, all that sort of stuff.
100%.
Pressures of putting stuff out.
Pressures, mate, deadlines, all that sort of stuff. And not just that, like social media has elevated that. Like, because, I mean, I've got a team, like with bass, but all artists, so big up Largy, Crash, JCE, and then obviously myself. Am I missing something? No, it's just us. Yeah, it's just us. Crash, JCE, me, and Largy. Yeah. So 4 of us. And honestly, like, they'll like say to me, like, they've seen on social media, and it's the element of seeing people doing really well, for example, and then you'll compare yourself to these other artists.
Why am I getting so many bookings?
Exactly that. But you shouldn't do that. But it's hard because it's a natural mental sort of thing as human beings that.
But it shouldn't be. But that's not just in music. That's just in life, I reckon.
Yeah, 100%.
We see shit in social media like, why haven't I got that? Why can't I live like that? Why can't I
100%.
drive that car?
Yep.
You start
I feel
thinking
like
that.
everyone's just got
That's
their
where
own
you
lane,
fuck up.
innit? Like,
Yeah.
You see, with me, like, obviously it's different because obviously you're more new school, innit? See, with me,
Yeah.
my goal when I first did music, my actual goal was to have my own solo music video and to get on a sidewinder. That's all I wanted to do.
Was that all you
Done
wanted?
that.
That's
He's
all
done
I
that.
wanted. Yeah, I got my first sidewinder in 2004. Yeah. So
pick.
I was 20 years
Nice and
old.
early.
And that's it, box
And
check.
it's been on and off. God knows, I've lost count how much sidewinders I've done over the years. Obviously, I've got videos and that. Like, I was supposed to have a plaque, that Ministry of Sound baseline compilation, and that went gold. Like, a couple of the man them got plaques. Zibber's got a plaque. Fucking DJ Q's got a plaque. Witty Boy's got a plaque. Couple man got a plaque. I never got a plaque. I want my plaque. I ain't gonna lie, like, man have done bits. Like, when I actually think about it, like, man have actually done bits.
I can't
So,
lie, you like, man.
so when I think about it, like, I have to give thanks, card. Like, in the underground scene, Midlands up north, and even certain places in London, like, man know who MNT is.
That's why I said pioneer.
100%.
When I introduced you, that's
Like,
why I said
man know that. And like I said, like, I never thought in a million years Like, obviously, man ain't no big fucking artist or whatsoever, but the clout I've got, if that's what you want to call it, like, that's enough for me. Like, the fact that...
It's not clout, I call it respect, innit?
Yeah, respect.
You know what?
Yeah.
It is
You need
respect.
to
Even,
earn
like,
it.
don't get me wrong, like, obviously, like, Bassline, he will tell you as well, like, the Bassline scene is so spooky. Like, you think... From the outside looking in, you think, oh yeah, everyone's cool, everyone's blessed, but yo, the amount of politics
yeah.
and
For real?
backstabbing and dramas and bitching behind closed doors, and it's fucked.
But this is why the scene won't excel as much
And
as it
that's
should.
another reason why the scene never made it to that level, because when you think about it, like, even all this, like, yeah, people like myself, Tez Kid, Bones, Triller, like, Usman should have been SG again. Sorry if SG's gonna cuss me nose. It's like Usman should have been gone clear years ago.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Why do you think Bassline never really took off?
Because it
then
was too
into
dark.
the commercial
Dark.
market?
It was
Yeah.
too dark, too much politics. Because you have to remember as well, even like, again, back to the sounds of Bassline times and that, a lot of us were young.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm one of the older lot in the Bassline scene. I think there's only a couple man, literally about 2 or 3 man older than me within the scene.
Yeah.
Everyone's young. Like, even you think about your TRCs and Sub-Zeros and Burger Boy, these are like early 30s, coming up to mid 30s. So them times, even like Piddy Pie, like when Piddy made Get Loco, Piddy was 14. First born, when he first came out, he was 14.
Fucking
A lot of man were like young.
The bedroom, innit? It's pretty-
Yeah, a lot of man were young. So like, and obviously like it's different. Resources now, like everyone says to me like, bro, you were 10 years too early.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
You know,
them
everyone's
ones.
about now, yeah.
Like, cause don't get me wrong, when I think about it, I say it all the time. The book in that 1.5 year period, I think my first year of actually doing bookings, think I did about 130, 140 bookings. My first year, I could have easily put money down for a yard.
Crazy.
Easy. And put it this way, like them days, I wasn't the biggest MC.
Yeah.
Like Triller was bigger than me, Slip Down was bigger than me. You get me? But again, like I said, I'm doing numbers, like, and I was only off literally like Get Loco and yes really. But I always say like, if we was 10 years later,
Yeah.
Clear.
Different times monetizing it as well. Like completely different.
But again, like I said, I still give thanks, cause like I said, man still did lows, like man did bits. Like,
And you enjoyed it.
yeah, like I said, like there was definitely bad times, but the good times, the memories, the jokes, like
You wouldn't change anything.
I wouldn't change nothing, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Love that.
I would not change nothing, and part of it made me the guy that I am today.
Yeah, man. For
You get
real.
me? Like,
Back to the bass boat. So
Yeah.
Is that your lot's event? Is it an event company or?
Yeah, so it's a label as well. So
Yeah.
we release music, we do events. Obviously, we've got the studio, which is separate. And yeah, it's like a multi-functioning music organisation. That's what I call it. If you want to be professional.
And is
But
there
yeah.
anyone like bass boat? Who else is on the bassline scene?
There's
You know
loads.
what?
There's not as many as.
sorry to interject.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say because obviously, like, I went to his setup from when he first just got the premises. Yeah, and when's the last time? When did we do the KMT video?
Oh, bro, that were
3-4 months ago.
I'd say it was released 3 months ago, so probably about 4 maybe.
So that's the last time I went up there, and like and obviously I've been up there loads of times in between. Every time I've gone up there, this man has done so much shit to this place.
Like, big up Sam on that as well, and obviously my brother.
Literally,
them
like,
two.
and like I say, I can honestly say, like, without him saying it, he has definitely, him and his brother and that, ground up. These men have done this, and like I said, it's levels.
We haven't paid for, like, the way we think about it is, once we finish building this, we can look back and be like, well, we've done that. We could pay for a designer, we could pay for all this, but then what's the satisfaction in it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I feel like at the end of it, it's his own, and you can look back at it, tell his children and stuff, and we're all to be like, yeah, we did this. Do you know what I mean?
You know, because you're younger, you know everything you're saying. You know when you watch this when you're older, you're gonna be. I'm glad I had the.
Oh yeah, trust me, man.
100%.
You're doing
Yeah.
everything right. If we could do it when we were your age, that's how.
Yeah,
we probably do it.
100%. Like, oh, I wish. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong,
bro,
man were on it, but like the drive that like man like Jackson, certain other man in his generation have got. Like, yeah, these man.
It's different.
Yeah, the drive that you guys have, we had drive, but in different areas.
You know what it is though as
You know
well?
what I mean? Like, our drive was just
You know
different.
what it is as well? Like, them days there for us, we didn't realize it was a business. We didn't realize
It
was just fun.
it was. That's what it was for us. It was literally like we was getting paid to rave.
Yeah.
I think now, you see so many different things you can monetize, and I think it's so like
It's. I
everything
kick
you can
myself. I ain't gonna
monetize.
lie, cause like I said, we spunked the money. I'm sure everyone will say
It's
like,
gone.
man, them spunked the money, bro. Like literally, we should have been able to pattern up and done so much shit with what we did. But said time again, like.
You know what it is? You know, like rappers, I was going to say this before, you know, rappers and that nowadays, they have financial advisors. You don't
It's like I said, we were young.
You just had to ask man from the
Yeah, the accounting, what should I do?
Not
We
the
didn't
right
have,
people to
we
be
didn't have
asking
none of
that.
that, bro. Like literally, like set man will tell you, like I ain't gonna lie. For me, I can't speak on other man, but for me, like it was literally like raving. Obviously, we got my bills and whatever, but other than that, like man was just getting paid to like buy drip.
Yeah.
And
Back then, your financial was advised you, bedroom, who's going to win between Manchester United and Leicester? You know what I mean?
Literally, like,
That's your financial advisor.
It was different, bro. Like I said, it was different. All we cared about was the next weekend.
Yeah.
What's the next motive? Like literally, what city we on next weekend? Like,
Week to week.
You
that's
said that in
all
your
it
lyrics
was.
as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Which city
yeah.
we at this weekend? And like it was literally that.
Everyone was living for the weekend back then.
It
innit?
was
Straight
literally
living
that.
for the
We was
weekend.
living for the weekend. Like literally.
Got a few more questions for you, music wise, yeah. Back in the day, Leicester, we had a few producers, like we had JTJ, obviously, Icky and Faz. Did you work with any of the local guys? back then?
Icky and Faz and that. I ain't seen these man for donkeys. I never worked with them, you know. But obviously, Icky was local. I used to see Icky all the time. Obviously JTJ, I did Leicester Anthem with them, man.
Yeah.
We did that back a day, but now obviously we're working together again. Now we link back up again. Now I think I've got about 4 tunes with JTJ that I've done recently, but we've got one coming out soon. I'm linking them man again tomorrow.
Waiting for the weather to get better.
Yeah, so my man Tubbs, large up Tub man, the maniac.
He's
Like-
one, by the way.
Yeah.
Large
Yeah.
up. I asked Tubbs to come on,
Respect
innit? He
him.
goes, I'm not coming on. But Jack said MNT.
Tubbs, he's a maniac. The man is a
Oh
maniac.
my
He's on my
God.
phone near enough every other day. But like
That's
I
good.
need man like Tubbs around me because like he's on it.
Yeah.
And,
You need
and
that,
the wickedest
yeah,
thing
yeah.
is about 6 months ago, JTJ were non-existent. He's gonna know that I'm not chatting shit. Man knew who JTJ were, but these man weren't doing nothing.
Yeah.
This man's just come back and I'm now seeing
Out of nowhere, innit? It's come
Bro.
back out of
these man are
nowhere, bro.
everywhere now.
The workflow's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And I know he's putting in like he's bringing out tunes left, right, and center, or the books left, right, and
You
center.
see what it is? Tubbs loves music, innit? He's a music man, bro. He loves it, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with him, because obviously he saw the resurgence and that, and like I said, JTJ was definitely a household name in Bassline back in the day. And like he started going to a couple of raves and he started to realize that
Still here.
man is still rating man's thing. So it kind of gave him a kick up the arse. And obviously now, like I said, man, we got a tune coming out. Hopefully it will be out before summer. But like I said, we're wrapping it up tomorrow actually. But we've done about 4 in total, but we've got one big tune that we're pushing. It's actually going to be a single and that. So I'm hoping that's either, if that's not going to be, I think I've got about 2 more tunes to be releasing before that one drops. But when that one drops, that one's going to be a problem. Large up Stacks as well. It's me, Stacks, and JTJ on that one. So
Big.
Leicester wave, that one.
Leicester stand up.
It's not for you now. This is for you too, yeah? Either your top 3 or top 5 bassline producers.
Oh, wow.
I can-
You're gonna
I
do
can-
that?
This ain't
Yeah,
for me.
I can do this straight off the bat.
I'm
Go
gonna
on.
sit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna sit this one out.
First for me is TRC,
Yeah.
and then I'd say Burger Boy,
Yep.
and then Firstborn.
Yep.
Maybe Firstborn in front of Burger Boy, in my opinion.
You know what? Mine changes all the time.
Yeah?
I've got a top 5. Like,
Yeah, top 5.
I've got a top 5
I'll
because,
tell you a new generation as well after.
and I ain't in no order. It's not in. I can't
Not
put
in
it
no order.
I
You can't put it in order.
Like TRC 100%, Burger 100%, Sub-Zero 100%. PD Pie, and the reason why I'm saying PD Pie, not just on a bias thing, because you see when PD came out, Get Loco days, yeah, some of the sounds and they were, like PD was making 2024 music in 2008. Like he was
Way ahead
his
of
thing
his time,
was
innit?
yeah
Was he
different,
fully?
Yeah.
different. and then it's a toss-up between TS7 and Virgo. It's a toss-up between both of them, I would say.
Yeah.
Because TS7, for me, again, like, see me, I used to like that futuristic sounding, but said time, them two were still weighty with it, like.
Yeah.
He boxed off an official release though, didn't he? We're American boy. TS7.
TS7.
Yeah,
TS7.
So that, yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
wait,
yeah,
let me
yeah.
tell you
TS7's gone
story,
clear,
let me tell
man.
you
He's
story,
gone.
yeah.
TS7's
Mom's
gone.
life. This is a true story. So I'm in Dubai, yeah. 08, 09. Yeah, I'm in Dubai. I've gone on a cruise, yeah, on a cruise ship in Dubai, full of old people, bro. Whatever, yeah. You're in a different country, bro. I've gone when you go to the cruise, you step on the boat and then you get to see you around before it gets off. I've gone into the cinema room, yeah. On my mum's lap, that's what tune was playing. In Dubai,
Mad.
in a boat. In the
TS7
cinema
is
room.
gone.
TS7, American boy.
TS7 is gone.
That is
See,
mad.
there's certain man that
Bro.
did clean up and he was
definitely
100%. Like, I see this guy in Australia, in this place, in that place. Like, yeah, his thing's different. So
For me, in Bassline Burger, his fucking stamp.
Yeah.
the tag.
Yeah, that's
Iconic. Iconic.
Burger boy.
Yeah.
bro. He went in, man, and he produced some sick
Yeah.
beats, man.
Even obviously honorable mention as well, Bass Boy.
Yeah.
Bass Boy for me
X5,
as well.
those bass. Those
No,
five, man.
X5 was
Icky.
good, but to me, like, that man I mentioned were Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
100% Mount Rushmore.
I can tell you some new producers as well, which are like criminally underrated as well. So I'd say Keg Full Vens, like the combination of three of them.
Yeah. You know what? I think I was in conversation with him because Tubbs, yeah, he didn't want to come on, but he told me, man, to come on. You get me?
Yeah. They would be, honestly, they're on a different spectrum of bassline, them lot. Like, do you know when I say talented producers?
Yeah.
Just listen to the stuff, like, it's off its head. Literally, the label there under is called Off Me Nut.
Off Me Nut.
Off
yeah.
Me Nut. That's the label's
For
name.
real?
Like, honestly, and they're so talented. Like, I sit in the studio with them, and I'll just sit in awe. Honestly, I'll just be like, wow. Like, that's the level I want. That's the level I want to be at. So that's three people. You've got More Full You. That's Brad. And then you've got Keg, and then you've got Vens as well, obviously, who taught me quite a lot of stuff. Like, them managers different. Obviously, another guy off Me Nut, Fat World, different. That's two people, sorry. Just the whole Off Me Nut lot. I mean, it says it in the name, doesn't it? It's Off
You
Me
know,
Nut.
you're saying they're different, yeah? Do you think? You know how you said you got into music late, yeah? You weren't born into it, innit? Do you think they were born into it and they've had like
Do you know-
musical influences from before? That's why.
I'd say they probably did, yeah. Like, obviously, your sort of era definitely influenced. I think anybody what gets into bassline has some sort of influence from, obviously, you guys. So I would say there's probably an element of that. But the whole genre, I mean, if you listen to some of the stuff, it's just mental. It's still got the 4/4 drums.
Yeah.
But it's not got like the elements. Like, it's
not.
like, it's not.
I say the difference between the new school and the old school is the old school was darker.
Yeah,
I feel like the new school is a bit louder.
Would it get played on radio though? It's more playable on radio.
Yeah. It's more radio friendly.
Nah.
I feel like, because you have to remember bassline as a whole, whether it's new school or old school, it's club music, innit?
But do you think
But DJ Q used to have a set on One Extra, you know that?
Yeah,
Every
he's still doing his Kiss. Is it Kiss?
But do you think they can ever make bassline radio friendly?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, because remember,
Why don't they do it?
That's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm.
DJ
they
Q
do it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's
Yeah, yeah.
bassline, there's enough bassline vocal tunes still coming out to
100%.
this day. There's still enough, but it just hasn't got
Ain't labeled
the
as.
push. I'm just hoping.
Yeah,
See
I know
how
what you're saying.
Garage had that resurgence?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that bassline gets that.
Yeah, but because it's got a TikTok community, like we talked about.
Yeah,
before,
You
so it
just
is
need
there.
like that one
It
artist
will.
to come out with that one
That's all it is.
banger.
That's all it is.
it.
Oh,
just
you know
the
when
one
I said
tune.
One-
Man before? Do you know who I was talking
Spark
about?
it.
Digga D did the tune, innit? He did the tune with the bassline thing.
There's a few, man. There's
But
been a
it needs
few.
to hit. It needs to be someone
There's a few,
commercial.
man. But it
needs
is.
to
It's like,
hit.
see how Heartbroken came out? That was the.
Yeah,
like,
it needs to be another heartbroken.
It had
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
one
Yeah.
tune. That's
Yeah.
all we need.
That needs
just
to be
the
that one heartbroken tune to come out.
What I feel like is, like, during lockdown, that's when everyone was like on it, like, we were trying to get it.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a scene, man are still doing their things, man are putting on raves and that, but I feel like it's gone a bit stagnant again.
Yeah,
I feel like-
100%. Yeah.
I feel like I said, even he says to me all the time, like, you're active, remember? Like, I'm not active.
Not as
I ain't
active as
gonna
you
lie, I am not active. Yes, I'm in the studio regular, But in regard to like, I've got probably about 2-3 mixtapes worth of tunes like that I ain't put out yet.
Why didn't you put them out?
Because my thing is, I say like studio's the easiest bit. You see this current climate that we're in now. It don't make no sense me making tunes and then just putting it out. Like if I'm gonna do it, I have to work it.
Yeah.
Promo your TikToks, your fucking social media. Like I'm in my 40s now, bro. Like my time for music, I peaked already. So like me putting my heart and soul, and we have to remember nothing's free now. So
No.
you have to put money into it and whatsoever. Like I've got kids, you get me. I've got bills. You know the climate that we're living in. You get me. Nothing ain't cheap. Again.
Life.
You get me. So like for me to say that I wanna put all my pennies back into music, it's a big risk for me.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not 100% guaranteed. You get me. I have to keep it real. So obviously I will always record. I will never stop recording because music is my thing, innit? But
Yeah.
it's just like me putting my full on heart and soul into it. I can't risk it.
What if
now.
a label comes to you and says you want to sign you?
Oh yeah, it's different, innit? That's different, bro. Come on, like obviously,
contract,
yeah. But
isn't
even
it,
then,
man?
but even with the signing thing, because don't get twisted. Like, yes got signed. They tried to sign yes, and long story short, we got shagged.
You
Like
got hand merch and everything, innit? Yes.
we didn't even.
There's like t-shirts and that, I'm sure.
Yeah, but that was all us, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, them did it ourselves and that. They get loco t-shirts and that. That was me and Total and that. Like, but
Big up
again,
Total as well, man. Big
yeah,
up Total.
come on, like Total
Big up
played a
Total,
very
man.
big part. If it weren't for Total, I could honestly say there wouldn't.
I'm sure Total used to do monthly sets as well, you know?
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. If it weren't for Total, there wouldn't be no MNT. And I can go far to say that. Like, Total got me onto grime. Total got me onto Bassline. No, I won't say he got me onto Bassline, but what I will say is, obviously, doing the monthly mixes, like, I was showcasing all my Bassline tunes on his
Because
monthly
he
mixes.
played them tunes track one.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm
Track
saying.
one with
Like,
the MNT.
Get Loco was firstly on Total's mix. UMS was first on Total's mix. Don't get me wrong, both of them took off. Like Get Loco took off on EJ CD.
Yeah.
UMS took off when Jamie Duggan played it.
Yeah.
That's
Jamie
when they
Duggan
actually
fucking hell.
fully took off. But obviously Total was like my guy in it. Like Total set the blueprint. Get me? So like I have to always hail up Total. Total definitely was one of the main reasons why man got to the stage that man got to.
It's different, like just going back to promotion as well, how different is it? So when you were obviously just coming about, like the promotional side of things,
But there was no social media then as well.
yeah, but they were like
we
MySpace
had
and
MySpace,
stuff
but
like
don't get
that.
twisted. MySpace was different. Like see them days there, like
MySpace was different.
man,
bro.
them used to have like any tune man used to put out. Like the thing was to get people to have your tune on their MySpace page.
on their page.
That was the thing. You get
Yeah.
me? And don't get me wrong, that was sick. But obviously, MySpace to now, like it's
Totally different, man.
completely different. If everything was monetized and all that shit, like
Very different.
it would be like man would
It's
be
yeah.
clear.
Promotion nowadays, like, it's forced. Like, do you know what I see? Like, I went through a stage, so when TikTok were popping, like, I saw people doing all these daft videos and stuff, and then I followed the route, but then I felt like I was just forcing it just to try and get on that level.
Yeah.
But now I don't do anything forced now, but I do see certain man what are just doing all this stuff, but
You have to shove it down people's throats.
yeah, it shouldn't.
You have
It
to.
should
Forced.
It
It's
shouldn't
fully
be forced. It shouldn't be
I know
forced.
it
though.
shouldn't be, but it's fully forced.
everyone feels like they have to because they see other
Yeah.
people
No, but
doing
you
it.
no,
and then
but I see it though. You have to like.
yeah, but
Even when I see it with certain promoters and certain raves and that, like every day I'm seeing you promoting this fucking rave, like doing my head in, bro.
2 days to go.
Yeah,
One
like,
day to go.
but, and then when you go to the rave, yo, sold out. Like
Yeah,
you have to promote your
Yeah,
thing.
you have to,
You have
man,
to.
you
And,
have
like,
to.
even don't get me wrong. There's been times where even when I've got my tunes and I'm trying to promote them and I'm posting every day or every other day. In my head, I'm like, yo, even I'm doing my own heading.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah,
I don't want to have to do this, but I realize like,
But to
yo,
grow the thing, you have to.
yeah, you know what? But
Yeah, I
again,
mean, you have to.
now at my big old age, I can't be asked to do that.
Yeah, bro.
You know what
It's
I
getting
want?
difficult
Like,
to use social media apps nowadays. I ain't lying.
it's
man.
not even difficult, bro. It's just,
I'm finding it difficult nowadays, man.
for me, it's just
I swear it stresses me out with the editing.
fried, bro.
No,
That's why. It's fried, bro. That's all it is, bro.
no, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, honestly, I can't like get my head around some of the settings on some of the apps, man. I'm just like, yo.
It's too over. I feel like with regards to social media, it's very oversaturated. It's like
yeah,
So
Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, like and the rest. Like
yeah,
I only use 2 religiously. Like, I
Go on.
got a TikTok because he told me to get one. Like, and fucking, I can't tell you the last time I posted on it. I say every day I get followers on it. I don't do fuck all on it. Bro.
Yeah.
I don't do nothing. But I know that when I do post, don't get me wrong, it does what it needs to do. But like I said, I'm a big ass man, bro. I don't sleep on social media. Like, I've got a life. Like, I need to switch off. My missus would not have it if I was on my shit 24/7.
That's how it should be, though.
You get me? But exactly. But if I'm 20, 21, 22, 23, 24
You
years
got
old,
that time,
then
innit? You got that
Like I
time.
said, I'm in my 40s now, bro. Like,
can't do
I've
that.
got a life, bro. Like, as much as music, I love music. Music has gone back to being a hobby again.
Yeah.
At one point, it was my job. At one point, it was my life. Even though I've always had a job, I've never not worked. Since the age of 16, I've always had a job. But it was one point that I was getting paid religiously every week. Don't get twisted. I'm signing up to PRS, obviously Spotify, all that shit. So you make a little change in that. But obviously, man ain't making the money that man was making back then.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's
Straight up, man.
but I'd love to say that I would want to put my time and energy in it, but I know I can be realistic and say my ship has sailed.
If it weren't for the money, you'd put your time and heart into it, right?
No, but even money aside, like I said, I will always do music.
Always.
I will always do music. I've been recording since I was 15 years old, actively recording, bro. So like, I will never stop making, even if I'm just playing music for myself, like just playing it in my bedroom. Like, I love music. Like, I still fucking hear a sick instrumental, and when I've got free time in studio, I'll just fucking write something to it and record it and just play it to myself.
That's it.
And just have it for myself, bro. I've not got no intentions to put it on SoundCloud or nothing.
That's
I
just for you,
just because I
innit?
like the tune.
Yeah,
and I want to do my little
like
thing on it. You get me? Like, I will always do that. But in regards to, like I said, put my heart and soul into it, like, it's these guys' time now. Obviously, if I can still fucking cut through and make a little...
No, but you know what?
standard.
Though? Big up for realizing that, because there's some people in your situation that don't
Oh,
realize
yeah,
that their
yeah,
time's
yeah,
up,
definitely.
and they need to hang up whatever they need to
Listen,
stop doing.
Like I said, I'm 40 years old, innit? But the only reason why I'm even still putting out tunes, like releasing tunes and stuff, is because, luckily for me, like, my name still holds weight.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
get me?
fair enough.
Like,
Fair enough.
everyone
Fair
says like I'm nostalgic now. Like, it's one of them, and I don't like that term. It makes me sound hella old. But when I think about it, it's like, yo, like, yeah,
You earned that.
you get me? It is what it is.
Yeah,
It's like them garage MCs, like half of them garage MCs, like they're like late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
Even the drum and bass MCs, your bass man and triggers and all them man are late 40s. Like,
Even,
even
you know,
50s.
I swear,
whatsoever,
late-
but
late man's,
these
bass
man are-
man's early 50s.
These man are decades in and they're still doing bookings. So, luckily for me, like,
Some of them man do weddings and shit like that.
this is
you know
what I'm saying,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
This is what I'm
Hardest
saying.
could do weddings, bro.
Yeah, bro, listen, any way you can get it, bro.
Swear to God, bro.
Any way you can get
You're
it. bro.
lying.
I've been performing
swear,
in
bro.
clubs since I was 18, so 22 years old. 22 years I've been doing shows, bro. 22 years, and I know for a
fucking
fact I've still got at least another 10 in me.
Yeah, man.
At least.
But that's what I want. That's what I eventually. I want to get to the point. It's not even about the money and stuff like that. I want to get to the point where people look back and they'll be like, "Oh, Jack's tune used to pop off in day," or "Jack, oh, I can remember one of Jack's sets." Do you know what I mean? And it's more like I want to create memories for people, and obviously myself. And it's like the money. I feel like when money becomes like a motivation, then the love sort of goes away from it.
Oh yeah, 100, man.
Always be a love first.
So yeah, I'll never use money as a motivation. Obviously, as my business, that's a little bit different because that's business focused. I need money to run my business. But as the music side of things and my own releases and sets, money's not the motivator.
Ideally, what it is, you're making
motivator.
music for you.
Yeah.
And
Like he
that's
said,
it,
like
yeah.
just listening back to your own beats and stuff. Like, do you know, I'll be down at the studio, and sometimes what I do, this might sound a bit mad, is I'll upload it on SoundCloud and I'll drive home, but rather than going the short way, I'll go the long way and I'll
Just
listen to it a couple of times.
yeah,
I'll listen to it a couple of times. Just, I don't know. It's just,
Sounds
it's
different in the car,
different.
innit?
Oh yeah. The car, I call it the car test, and yeah, the car test is just different.
Yeah,
Well,
bro.
all the best for the future.
Yeah,
Thank you,
man.
man. Thanks for having us.
I want to say big up Jacks for coming on as well because he's travelled quite far to get here, man. And big up MNT as well because he said he's only come for less to
Ain't it, man? Yeah.
So big up coming on. Big up Tubbs each and every time.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
He put
You're
this
mad,
together.
man.
Run through the sponsors.
Sponsors, yes. So today we got Marv holding the trainers. We got some university
Yeah, man.
ones. So big up Payroll 2. Big up RS Glass and Glazing Limited each and every time. Mama's Kitchen. Inbrief Designs, Flexi Vehicle Hire.
Man-made barbers each and every time, all on Wednesdays. And big up Zap Me Up as well. Digital business card needs, all here.
Yep. And big up Leicester Podcast Studio.
As always,
Boom.
it's a wrap.
Big.